I don't know. Welcome to Cap News, where everything we say may or may not be a lie. Hi, I'm your host, Karina, and today I have two special guests. Cheney, say hi.
My name is Edna.
Sorry, it's Edna. And Mackenzie, say hi.
Hi, everyone.
Gorgeous Florg.
Okay, now for the very amazing question of the day. Today's question of the day is, when was the last time you cleaned your room? Either of you can jump in first.
Well, you see, Karina, there is a recent trend amongst teens in the country where they just decide, fuck that, I'm not going to do it. So I've decided to follow that trend. You know, some would say I set the trend because I'm quite influential. I'm quite the trendsetter. Now, if we look at my room, we can clearly see it has been cleaned since January. Is that a problem? Yes. Has my father called it, and I quote, a biohazard? Absolutely. But you know what? I still won't, repeat it with me, clean that room. Back to you, Karina.
Thank you, Cheney. Mackenzie, your opinions?
Hi, yes, I actually cleaned my room on Saturday. And this is not that while I may not be going with the trend, I might not be following the trend. I think it's very important to have a clean room so you can have a walkway for when
And I believe you're wrong.
No, you see, I have this thing called shit your pants syndrome. And when I shit,
My aunt had that. She died.
and when I have this, it makes it impossible for me to step over clothes, makeup. I don't want to break anything, so I just keep it clean. Back to you, Karina.
Thank you, Mackenzie, for that insightful opinion. Now, I don't know. I'm going to ask you another question. Let's find another random question from our question list. Woo! Okay, we're just going to go through a bunch of questions today because that sounds like fun. And you are fairly allowed to answer with lie because this is Cap News.
Who said I've been telling the truth?
True. Ew. This would be a very fun question. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I would travel up your asshole, Karina. Back to you.
Thank you. Cheney?
Well, you see, ever since I've been a young child, I've always had dreams of becoming a catheter. You know? I remember I first saw it on, I forgot what show it was probably Grey's Anatomy or some shit. I saw that shit when I was 4 years old and I said, hey, that's where I want to go. Back to you, Karina.
That sounds very fun. I love that opinion. Would anyone like to give the weather? Okay.
Thank you for handing that to me. So, and on to the weather. So, if we look at the map that's up here on the green screen, you can clearly see that in this area of DC, there will be a meteor shower. Kids, please watch out. Your house could be destroyed. And over here, we can clearly see that there's a hurricane. It will stay on just one half of DC. Yes, that is the part of DC where there is no crack. Is there a correlation? People ask. Yes, crack keeps away the hurricanes. Back to you, Karina.
Thank you, Cheney, for the weather. And now we are moving on to a new segment on our very, fun cap news, and that is random word generator rants, where I provide you with a random word and you go on a rant, only if you feel like it, because some of these words are probably really bad. Here we go. And we have as a word moon.
I got mooned once. That was a fun time.
Mackenzie, any opinions on the word moon?
I think the moon is a very lovely. It's a very lovely.
Oh,
little
you meant the thing up
rock.
in the sky.
I
I'm
did
getting
not mean
there.
anything.
I'm getting there. I think that the moon is a very lovely little rock. I also think that it's stupid. I think, why the hell can I not see the full moon at all times, in day and in night? Sometimes you can see it in the day, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can
Everybody knows if there was a full moon all the time, the werewolves would kill us all.
Cheney, if I could please finish. Thank you.
That's not the first time somebody's asked me to finish.
I do have one statement about the werewolves, though. And this pertains to Mackenzie. Remus Lupin.
See, the thing is that if you were to have let me finish, I think it's stupid that we can't see the moon at all times. Therefore, we can't see the moon at all times. What's the meaning of it? I think the moon was made up from the government. I think the moon is a projection, and sometimes they forget to show it because they're lazy motherfuckers. So, we don't need the moon. The gravitational pull happens on its own, not the moon. So let's stop acting like the moon is this godly little rock miles away from the Earth's atmosphere. And let's just start talking about the sun, because she actually does something for us. Back to you, Karina.
Very, very interesting opinions. Very interesting opinions. Anybody want to follow up on anything? Second chances. Speaking on the word moon. Okay, I think we're having some technical difficulties from Cheney's side. Anyways, we shall continue. With another random word rant. 3, 2, 1. We have. I don't like any of these words. I hate all of these words.
That's not very nice. The words. I hope you apologize.
Your word is child.
Child. What's worse than rapist?
A child?
Yes.
Children are devils, and they run around, and they're the spawn of Satan, and I don't really like them. However, we were all children at one point. So therefore,
Speak for yourself.
it makes me believe that everything will be okay with them. But then Cheney does bring up an interesting point. What if all good people weren't born as children, and us being children was just a lie? So all the children we see are people who are going to turn into serial killers, serial rapists. The hobo on the street that wears a robe that flashes young girls. That is what children will become. Thank you. Back to you, Karina.
Some children are bad. Back to you, Karina.
Thank you, Cheney. And thank you, Mackenzie, for those both very insightful opinions. Our next segment is things Karina finds around her room. As our first object, trash.
That would be me.
I think there was some technical difficulties on Mackenzie's end.
Oh, she said, oh, it's me.
Oh, that makes sense. She was talking about Cheney. Understood.
Incorrect. But good try.
Could we all just agree that we were all trash? We will all die one day and decompose. Kind of.
I will be honest, I took a dark turn. Now,
Back to you, Karina.
pencils. Yes, we all know them. We all love them. Right? But imagine game changer.
Pencil and car.
We were talking about trash.
Checkmate.
That is trash. That's why she's showing off to us.
Mackenzie, you can suck my left toe, you
We
motherfucker.
have la, la,
And
la.
just in, 10 people were killed in a fire last night in the Bronx. Due to a fire last night in the Bronx.
10 people died.
We're in Kansas. Why are you fucking worried about the fucking Bronx?
Because that's where
Okay.
I'm from. That's why.
I don't give a fuck about you.
Ah!
That was your.
And-
Anytime somebody insults.
I can't beep you out, so yeah. Well, you're trying to make this video, so it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't do anything. I think that's the funniest part. All right. Now, another thing around Karina's room. We are now going to talk about cacti. Opinions on cacti. Where is the Jeopardy music when you need it? Laugh track. Where's the laugh track?
And this just in, a message from our sponsor.
No hesitation. Today's your day. Feel it. You pave the way. Believe it. If you get down, get up. Oh, oh. When you get down, get up. Hey, hey. Samina, mina, sangalewa. This man for Africa. Samina, mina. Hey, hey. Waka, waka. Hey, hey. Samina, mina, sangalewa. Anawa,
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Shakira.
Thank you. It seems that Karina
It
has
seems
been
that
replaced
Elmo
by
has
Elmo.
showed up and taken over Karina's spot. Therefore, I will be now.
Finally.
Over the
goddamn.
Elmo.
I've made complaints about that bitch for fucking years. Finally.
Welcome to Cap Podcast, where Karina is no longer your host, and it is now Mackenzie. Guest starring today, we have Karina, Elmo, and Cheney.
My name's Edna.
My bad. Edna.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, Elmo.
Hello.
Elmo, would you like to give a business report on the decline of small businesses over COVID?
Hey. As you see on this very nice chart, 1 + 1 = 2. That means that $2 is a lot of money in the COVID days. Jeff Bezos has all the money. And what does he have? Amazon. I feel like I'm being threatened. Anyways, so you know who doesn't have the money? Small businesses. You know how much money they have? Zero. And 0 plus 0 is 0. And
Thank you.
1 plus 1 equals $2 billion for Jeff Bezos. Thank you.
Thank you, Elmo. Your voice got a little deep there at the end. Also, Edna, I would appreciate it if you did not threaten our special guest.
Who says I'm trying to threaten?
The recording will show.
Maybe with a good time. See? Get it?
In other news, Edna, would you like to give a word from our sponsor?
I would not. So I'm down here at the zoo today, and the question on everybody's mind is which animal is the sexiest. Now, if we look at the poll, yes, they sent it out a while ago, earlier this morning, and it already has 2 million votes.
Wow.
And would you like to know which animal they decided was the sexiest? Can I get a drum roll, please?
I don't know.
Almost disappointing. The animal that they chose was, in fact, a snail. Bringing sexy back with its shell. Back to you, Mackenzie.
Thank you, Edna. I personally would disagree with snail. I would have to say baboon was the sexiest animal. Anyways, Karina, would you like to give a briefing of the murder that occurred in Southeast DC?
Yes. It appears that a 16-year-old was killed in Southeast DC. Their name? Karina. Believed it was killed in Southeast DC.
That is not true, Karina. Back to me.
No. Yes, it is.
Back to me. It hasn't
Why do you
happened
think I'm
yet.
here?
It hasn't
Hasn't
happened yet.
Almost.
Elmo should be scared. I'm sorry, we're having technical difficulties for my line. Edna, would you like to take it away?
I would like to take it away and take it to Kansas. A little girl was taken yesterday on the northeast side of DC, and her body was found later at a gas station. Back to you, Mackenzie.
Was the child found dead or alive?
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you, Edna. I appreciate your report. Okay. Karina, back to you. What would you like to talk about?
Elmo would like to talk about my pet goldfish, Dorothy. Dorothy is my best friend. She just sits in the fish bowl, but goldfish are pretty cool. Speaking of fish, I had pet fish as a child. I think I had like 3. That was like my first ever pet. Until like I met like all my friends, Cookie Monster. He basically acts like a pet, so we kind of have to like treat him like one. But it's okay. And then, there's also Oscar the Grouch. I mean, he literally lives in a trash can. I don't know what to say. He's probably a raccoon.
Sorry to interrupt, but doesn't your friend have a pet rock?
I think that's something Edna can attest to, having pet rocks. So, Edna, would you like to speak on pet rock?
That rock has a name. And he's not my pet. He's my lover. And you never recognized him. Do you know how much disrespect? I come into this office and you have the audacity to call him my pet. It's disrespectful.
Oh.
Well, Elmo, you can die in a ditch.
That is foreshadowing, everyone. Thank you very much.
We have 3 children together, and you still fail to recognize him as anything other than my pet. Fuck
Don't
you,
know
Elmo.
who it is.
Fuck you, Elmo.
How did your partner
Oh boy.
Okay, Mickey Mouse has made his way into the studio, everyone. It's Mickey Mouse. Yay. Edna, I would like to ask you a question. How did your husband impregnate you?
Mackenzie, we are live, and children watch this program.
As I said earlier, children are the spawn of this spawn of Satan. They know already.
I don't believe it's appropriate. And honestly, I think I'm going to have to report you to HR for asking that question.
Anyways, back to Elmo.
Hello. Here I am. Once again. And now, but now
Elmo, why don't you talk about how the death of one of the actors on Sesame Street affected you personally?
actors. You mean what do you mean actors? I don't know about a dead actor. Nothing. No. No.
Elmo.
Don't try
It
to
sounds
check
like
Big
you
Bird's
might
basement.
know something.
There's no dead person in Big Bird's basement. No.
I think I disagree with that. I think Elmo actually might.
You don't know anything.
I think Elmo might actually know something.
No.
I think Elmo might actually have committed a murder.
No. I'm a no murder.
Elmo has been kicked off of the show for the rest of today.
No me. I just told you. There's no dead body in Big Bird's basement.
Elmo is about to be questioned by the cops.
I'm not like Popo. Ah!
Hey guys, I'm back.
Hi, Karina. Welcome back.
Hi. How's it going? What did I miss?
Elmo committed mass murder.
What? Yes, Elmo did.
That doesn't
Yes,
sound like
Elmo committed mass murder,
Yes.
not Edna.
Who is even implying Edna? Literally nobody said Edna. What are you trying to say, Mackenzie?
I would like to say if we look back at the recording, it will be clear that Edna had some
Oh, really?
participation.
Are you sure?
I'm not scared of. Oh,
Are,
my mom just texted me.
We are live, Mackenzie.
My mother just texted me.
I think I
telling
should
me
take
to
my
shut the
hosting
fuck
privileges
up.
back. I'm
And
taking my
this
host
conclu-
privileges.
And I think this concludes. Cap podcast entertainment introduction. As we only have 2 minutes left.
boot up my ass.
Kenny.